Hi, I'm Molly McManus with Cornell Cooperative Extension of Broome County. You're joining the Savoring the Flavors Summer Tour, visiting some of our favorite restaurants in Broome County. Enjoy the journey as you see signature dishes being made and meet the people behind the food. My colleague Amy Shaw is your guide. Savoring the Flavors Summer Tour is a collaboration between Southern Tier Independent Restaurants, the Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce, Cornell Cooperative Extension, and sponsored by IBM.
I'm Amy Shaw with the Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce. We're in downtown Binghamton at one of our long-standing restaurants, Lost Dog Cafe. Come on in, let's meet one of the owners.
It is definitely a place that you want to share with people from out of town. It's a classic.
I just feel like I'm at home here.
I'm so excited to have the opportunity to sit down with the co-owner of Lost Dog Cafe, Marie McKenna. Hello.
Hi, so nice to see you.
It's been way too long
Yes.
since we've been able to sit down together.
We've talked on the phone.
We have,
Yes.
absolutely. We're excited to feature Lost Dog Cafe in this new series.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I think that Lost Dog really started the food revolution in downtown
Thank
Binghamton.
you so much. That's so nice to say.
Yeah. You have a cutting edge menu, these fresh ingredients, but also being sensitive to someone that may be a vegetarian or maybe vegan, and you didn't really see a lot of it back then.
Right. We had a veg burger on our menu from day one in 95 or 94, and I remember some of our customers, a lot of the university professors, all the students, they were happy about that because you never saw that on a menu. And I remember them, even though we didn't make it ourselves, we bought it. It was the garden burger, the very first one. And people were like, wow, we can get a veg burger in a restaurant. I don't have to go to a health food store and the food co-op and get it. So I think people really, we were always very sensitive to the vegetarians and the vegans. But our idea was to put like really healthy, fresh food that tastes really good.
That farm to table concept, I know, has always been really important to you.
Yes. Of course, we do want some decadent food on the menu too. So definitely comfort food. We're not just health food, and we're not just a vegetarian place. So
talk about how the Chihuahua became the face of Lost Dog.
So Liz, of course, that was Clarice, it was her dog, and I was living up here, as I mentioned, and she'd come up to visit. I had lived in New York as well, but I moved up here with my kids just to be around my family. So she would come up and visit and bring the dog with her, who was extremely attached to Liz. And on at least 4 occasions, one time she said, I'm gonna go pick up pizza, keep an eye on the dog. I mean, when you have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, I'm like, okay, what dog? I'm watching the kids, they're running all over the place. That dog snuck out the door. And I lived over on Murray Street, and it took her a whole week to get the dog back. We posted lost dog signs everywhere. So when it came time, and this happened a few more times with this dog, she was heartbroken. She had to go back to work in New York without her dog. So we were trying to come up with a name, and of course everybody has ideas, and somebody wisely said, what about that dog? Like it seems like it's always been getting lost, is that significant? And we said, wow, we like that name. So she was our logo. An artist that somebody knew drew it, and Liz was always very computer savvy, so she scanned it, and it just became from day one our logo.
So kind of a transformation I've seen in downtown Binghamton is there is a lot more outdoor seating.
So now the pandemic happens, and we're all like, nobody wants to come in a restaurant, and I don't blame them. And so we called the city, and we said, is there any way we can go in the street? And I said, we have to. It's a survival, it's a necessity. And they said yes. So we bought picnic tables, we put them outside, and Now we have our own little parklet in front of the restaurant that disappears right before November and the snow falls, and it comes back out in the spring. Now they let us do it again this year. We're hoping it's a permanent happening, but we don't know yet.
We visited with Marie, so let's head to the kitchen and see what Lost Dog is cooking up this summer.
Hi, my name's Josh. I'm the head chef at Lost Dog Cafe. I'm also a local native. My little background with me, I went to the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York. From there, I went to Pennsylvania, where I worked for Emma Lagasse before moving to New York City and working for Armani, and as well as Amanda Freytag and various other high-end catering and restaurants. While living in New York, I also had the opportunity to be a contestant on the Food Network show Chopped, where I was runner-up.
And finally, say hello to Chef Josh Lewis.
I'm the head chef at Better Underground in New York City.
I really like Josh's sandwich.
Josh made something so unique and tasty.
If he would have charred that pork somewhat, it would have been a 5-star dish.
And was also hired by Amanda Freytag, one of the judges, after the show. Well, these are our signature sandwiches that are on the menu all year long. This is our charred chicken sandwich and our The Burger, which is from our local butcher, Butcher Boys. And yes, you can get these at all times throughout the year, but they're perfect for summer.
Sometimes I come here 3 times a week, but I would say on average every other week. And what do I like best? Food-wise, the Mofo sandwich is a fried chicken sandwich that I love. It's delicious, a little sinful in terms of if you're health conscious, but really tasty. And I think their most famous thing is probably the penne alla vodka.
So now we're gonna make our classic signature dish, the Lost Dog vodka sauce and vodka rigatoni. So we're gonna start with some oil. About a teaspoon of garlic. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt and pepper. And measure out some of our vodka. About a 1/4 cup. So at this point we're going to add our vodka, so we'll remove it from the flame. Add the vodka. Let it flambe and cook all the alcohol out. Carefully swirl it around. There you go. Now it's pretty much cooked out. We're going to go over here to our secret blend of our slowly roasted tomato sauce. It's cooking right here. And cream. We add about a tablespoon of chopped chiffonade basil. About 2 cups of hard-cooked rigatoni. This helps our process. In the restaurant we're busy, so it cooks quicker. Now we're just going to bring this to a boil and let the sauce cook down with the noodles. Get all that goodness in there. Finish with a little more sprinkle of cheese. Fresh parsley. And then of course, if you're an original regular of Lost Dog, we also go with a little bit of cayenne pepper. There you go, rigatoni alla vodka.
So in the midst of the pandemic, Fetch was set up, you were doing takeout. How large of a business was taking place through Fetch during the pandemic?
So we did shut down when we were ordered to shut down, which I believe was like March 16th. And that's when we sprang into action to worry about getting this operational, because everybody was saying you should do takeout. Well, we didn't really have a way to do it. So I believe we reopened the space in the beginning of May of 2020, and all of our business came out of here. I mean, we didn't have any seated diners at all. And we just did, it was probably our sales at that point were maybe like 15 to 20% of what they normally would be.
What other merchandise do you sell at Fetch?
So we sell coffee mugs with our logo on it. We do have sweatshirts. We have all kinds of t-shirts.
Yes, like the one you have on
like
now.
the one I'm wearing, dog
I love
person,
that.
yes, yes.
This is a place where if I have someone from out of town and I want to kind of showcase Binghamton, This is really a place, the first place that comes to my mind to say, let's go to the Lost Dog, because I feel there's an eclectic group of people. It's a beautiful, funky building.
Look at the food presentation. I mean, every time it arrives, it just looks yummy. This is sort of the summer version of my favorite harvest bowl that I was telling you about. This is the Burrito Bowl, and I have grilled chicken at it, and has quinoa and beans and pico de gallo and guacamole. It's perfect.
Original Lost Dog is an institution. The food is fantastic. Everything's fresh. The service is fantastic. They let me bring my dog over. Of course, it's the Lost Dog.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a junior at Binghamton, and I come here with all my friends because we love it. And like every alumni that I spoke to before I came here was like, you have to go to the Lost Dog. It is like mandatory, like before you graduate.
Hi, Molly McManus again at the Regional Farmers Market. I hope you enjoyed this week's tour. The next time you eat out or take out, consider a visit to one of these restaurants. If you enjoy our videos and would like to support this, we welcome your help. You can make a donation on our secure website, stir-local.com. Join us again for the next stop on our Savoring the Flavors summer tour.